How's it going, everyone? Welcome back into another day of MLB Research. We are getting closer and closer. My mic's not being picked up right now, is it? 1 second. No, it is. We're good. We are getting closer and closer to NHL season. We are now less than 50 days away from regular season hockey. We are less than a month away from preseason hockey returning. We are almost there. Some futures are starting to drop. I don't believe there's any futures yet out on Play Profit X. However, I know they are coming relatively shortly. I will do an all-in kind of future stream probably at the beginning of September. I think is a good time for that. I'll be moving at the end of August, and then we'll have all of that going on. Tons of plans, tons of stuff happening really, really soon. For NHL stuff, we have a lot of live stream plans. A lot of live stream plans. I'll have a lot of content plans in general. Kind of wanting to start some short form content. Got to get into the TikTok, Instagram game, as that's been incredibly popular for a lot of creators, and stream content as well. So there'll be a lot of content. You'll be seeing a lot of my ugly ass face across the next 8 months of NHL season, but it'll be exciting. We have a lot of fun stuff planned with a lot of different creators and getting as many people involved as possible. So it'll be fun. Let's get into MLB today. Big MLB slate. It is Dinger Tuesday, which means only one thing. No one's probably going to hit a home run. I hate to break that to you. For whatever reason, no one ever hits home runs when it is Dinger Tuesday, whenever I look at it. So we'll see what we're going to bring in really quickly, just kind of talking over some really good pitchers that go today against really, really good matchups. A couple of my faves. Edward Cabrera has been awesome this year, especially since returning from his injury. 7 of his last 9 games he's hit. He gets a top 5, top 10 team in Ks. I like that a ton today for Edward Cabrera. Both pitchers with Tariq Skubal and Hunter Brown. I know both of them haven't been the most consistent over the last 5 games. Both of them are elite level K percentage guys on the year, both in the top 10 percentile, both with top 10 matchups for strikeouts. I like both of them once again here. I'll trust their arms, right? I can't even talk. I'll trust their arms here. Christopher Sanchez got to be a good spot. Ranger Suarez put up, 10, 11 Ks yesterday. I think Christopher Sanchez is an even better strikeout pitcher than Ranger Suarez is. Another one where his baseline might be set a little bit too high. But for a fun lotto, I definitely think he should be included. Okay, sweet. I think my favorite over of the game, I was actually thinking if I want to actually just take this outright, I really like the over in Orioles Red Sox. Over 9 seems like a really, really good price. You could probably get over 8.5 at like minus 125, 130 if you want to take a little bit more safety. But in my opinion, with the 2 pitchers on the board, this is the best matchup. The game sims like the over 9. The game sims actually, what is that? That goes a little bit over 10 actually. Based on Ballpark Pal, Tomoyuki Sugano, Walker Buehler, 2 pitchers who all year have been really, really bad. You look at their overall numbers, they're not good. Their underlying numbers are not good. 5.43 ERA. Walker Buehler's expected ERA is even worse than that at 5.6. You look at Tomoyuki Sugano, I think his underlings are slightly better than what he is. 5.69 ERA, just kidding. They're even worse. So you have 2 pitchers who are somehow underperforming or overperforming their expected ERA and still absolutely trash. I like both of the offenses here. I like both of everything. What's the sims look like for weather? It's not that warm anymore on the East Coast. Actually kind of chilly when I was out today. Fenway, I mean, it's a plus for runs. It's just negative for home runs. Looks like it's flying out towards the Green Monster. I might just have to dabble in the 8.5. No, you can only buy it up to 9.5. I'd probably take the 9 and be safer. I'll take the push if I need to. I also think this will most likely be my Onyx odds SGP just because it's the 2 best pitcher matchups. Let's look into some batters and who we like. I think you have to go with Gunnar right now. He's absolutely crushing the ball. I think I'd also have to go with probably Bregman and Roman. Is it Roman or is it Duran in this game? They're both pretty damn consistent. Okay, who's better on the pitch mix? Good against the splitter, good against the 4-seam, good against the cutter, doesn't like the curveball. What about Roman? Doesn't like the curveball. Doesn't like the splitter. Four seam cutter. Duran looks better. Duran definitely looks better. I think Roman's been a little bit more consistent, though, is the thing. I think Bregman has to be in, right? Good four seam, good sinker. Doesn't hate the sweeper, but doesn't love it either. Good cutter, good splitter, good great. Yeah. Alex Bregman's definitely in. We're just deciding between those two. Against Walker Buehler, you definitely want a lefty because he gets crushed by lefties. So Gunnar Henderson will be in. Loves the four seam. Loves the likes the sinker. Likes the cutter. Doesn't like the knuckle. He's not going to see many knuckle curves, to be quite honest with you. So whatever. Then who else do we take? We go top of the lineup. Jackson Holiday. Dylan Beavers. I know he's only played 2 games, but I think he's hit his hits, runs, and RBIs in both games. Where is he batting in the lineup? Dylan. No, we're gonna go to MLB.com. I somehow typed that in wrong. Okay, here we go. Lineups. I'm also sweating out the Real Madrid game. I need him to hold on and win this game. So Beavers batting 7th. I hate that. I most likely will not be taking it if he's batting 7th. So that's a stay away from me. Probably go Adley or Jackson then. I feel like Adley's been good since his return. No, inconsistent at best. So we're trusting Jackson Holiday. Dylan Kauser's batting 5th. Maybe we go Mooman. Likes the four seam. Doesn't like hasn't seen the knuckle. Likes the cutter. Doesn't like the sinker. He strikes out a ton. Right, Jackson. Doesn't like the four seam. Doesn't like any of the pitches he throws. Shit. What the hell do we take here? Gunner's the only one that looks good. Gunner, Bregman, Duran. I need one. And we could just go safer to hit one. Maybe I just include the over, since I said I like the over in the lay. Good chance. Who is that? Who's number 15? Oh, that's Arda. Okay. Okay. Just double checking everything. All right. So let's keep going through some other batters I really like today. I want to make this relatively quick. I like Juan Soto a ton today. He's been one of the hotter hitters here. The game against Seattle, I needed his hits, runs, and RBIs. Unfortunately, he got walked 3 times in the game. He's seeing the ball really well right now for the Mets. He's been their best hitter by far. I think Jake Irvin's a really bad dog shit pitcher, one of those that I would like to fade here. I'll go right back to Juan Soto with these types of numbers right now. I think Juan Soto looks fantastic. I honestly might take my 5 home run guys, the guys I posted over on X. I like them a ton. Let me see if I can pull it up here real quick for you guys without showing a spoiler of anything. Where is it? Here we go. Hopefully you guys can see this. It might be as simple as just taking these 5 for hits, runs, and RBIs. Maybe I'll leave Giancarlo out. But Soto, Bregman, Teoscar, I like a lot today. I don't really want to take anyone here. I know Bryce Miller hasn't pitched much this year, so we don't have a lot to go off of him. I'll stay away just in case. Bryce Harper's been the hot batter over there for sure. We talked about Gunner. I like him. I despise the Braves, and I don't really want to touch anything there. Judge is playing hurt. They kind of confirmed to us that he is. So we most likely stay away from him. Right? We don't really have a desire to go there. I don't really want to bet against Rodon. If we did, it's Yandy, just because he mashes left-handed pitching. Loves the four seam, likes the slider, loves the changeup, doesn't like the curveball. So we got what? 3 out of 4 pitches he's good against. Again, Yandy's fantastic against left-handed pitching. If you're going to take him anywhere, you take him in this spot. Also, Mickey Mouse field you're playing at. Like Buxton against lefties a lot today, batting 300 against lefties. Most of the pitches he sees really well. Loves the four seam, loves the slider, doesn't like the changeup, loves the cutter. So again, 3 out of 4 pitches. That's a nice mix for me. You're looking at 84% of the pitches thrown. So more than good enough for me on Buxton. I'm not really going to bet against Joe Ryan. I think he's a good pitcher, although he's struggled a little bit of his last couple starts. These are okay pitchers. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm not even watching this series, to be honest. Just take Bryce Terang. He genuinely hits, like, I feel like he gets his hits, runs, and RBIs in every single game, so just take Terang. All right, so we get over here. Austin Gomber sucks. On top of that, Teoscar Hernandez had a shit game yesterday against Kyle Freeland. I don't think Kyle Freeland's that bad, although his numbers kind of struggled most of the year. I'd like to kind of go back and probably give Teoscar one more chance. He's much better against lefties than he is against righties. I know he failed yesterday, but for the most part, he's pretty good against the pitch mix. I'd probably go back to Teoscar. Look, if you like Shohei Ohtani grades fantastically today. Problem is Shohei Ohtani is like plus 100 to score to hit a home run. So probably no value on him. I'd rather go Teo. I think there's a little bit of value on Teo at least today. Maybe even a Will Smith. Will Smith typically sees those knuckle curves really well, if I remember correctly. Might be from a righty then. Yep, he sees knuckle curves good for righties, not lefties. Never mind. Mickey Moniak's really the only guy I'd kind of take here if I take anyone. And even him, he's kind of cooled off a little bit as well. So most likely stay away from me on the course or on the Rocky side. Hunter Green, I'm all over his strikeouts today. I know that's a high line, but it's the best matchup you're going to get. LA strikes out the most against righties as you're basically going to get in baseball. Actually, like using props cash, I think it's a little easier to understand. But you're basically looking at the number 1 team in Ks. I know he's missed a couple, right? Hunter Green has not been the most consistent guy here, but he also had some tough matchups, right? Philly, not an easy matchup. Milwaukee, not an easy matchup. Kansas City, Chicago, don't strike out. Atlanta, he should have got it, but he left injured in this game. He had 6 Ks in 3 innings, then he left injured. So I think all in all, I think it's a really nice spot for Hunter Green to get back. I think he's my most likely guy to get 10 Ks today. If you got to bet one guy to get 10 Ks, I think it's Hunter Green today. I think he's electric. Absolutely electric. Did I have anyone else I want to know? There's really no one else in the early games that I liked. So that leaves us with the SGP. I might only take Gunnar because no one else stands out. It has to be a lefty, but Adley doesn't look good on the pitch mix. Kauser doesn't look good on the pitch mix. Jackson doesn't look good. So then you're left with Beavers, who, I mean, I have 3 games of data with him. He's got a hit in all 3 of them. Favorite player to get a hit today? Like just one? Really like the Red Sox guys. Like Jarren Duran, Roman Anthony. Those are probably my favorites guys today. Maybe Jacob Marcy. I haven't really looked at him. McGreevy he doesn't have good K stuff. He just throws it in the zone and hopes you miss. Right? Marcy's been swinging hard. He's been good, but like Juan Soto a lot today. Again, especially against Jake Irvin. I think Jake Irvin's one of those pitchers very similar to a Sugano, very similar to a Buehler, who his expected ERA is terrible. Right? He's a 5.41 expected ERA. His ERA actual ERA is 5.14. You get 3 pitchers you could fade relatively easily there. I think the Mets, at least the last 2 games against Seattle, have shown that kind of found their offense again. Minus 184 is out of the value for me, though. So yeah, I like the over in Red Sox Orioles. I'd probably take the over at 9, not 9.5. I'll take the push if we get there. Let me just check one thing on the bullpens. One of the best things to kind of take a look at is if you go to the Ballpark Pal cheat sheets, they have a bullpen ranking. Orioles bullpen's been pretty dog shit. Red Sox bullpen is middle of the pack. So, not good, not bad. But I'll take it with those two starters. I think both those starters can get us 8 runs combined together. So, okay. What is Juan Soto's hits, runs, and RBIs? I'm assuming it'll be 2.5 juice now after his last couple games. Where is it? Where is he? Yeah, 2.5, not juice. 2.5 plus 100. I don't like 2.5 hits, runs, and RBI lines personally. Maybe another one that I saw is Trey Turner. He's kind of heated up lately. I thought I saw him with a plus 100 line earlier. Let's see. And now completely juiced now. It might have been earlier, but it's not anymore. There's nothing else on the slate then that really stands out to me. I like Hunter Green. I like Gunnar Henderson, Roman Anthony, Jaron Durant. Oh, let me check those guys real quick, actually. I was talking about them. All the Red Sox boys plus Gunnar. Gunner's been bumped up. He's been hot lately. That makes sense. Adley's at 1.5, but his pitch mix doesn't look great. Maybe Jackson Holiday. He's been okay. Bregman's been hot again. Immediately bumped up to 1.5 or 2.5. Roman Anthony minus 160. Not a lot of value. Jaron Durant bumped up as well. A lot of the value's been bumped up on the solo stuff. Might just play him in the parlay. I do really like the over though in the game. I would take the game line, maybe even take team totals, but I like the game line over 9. Tons of liquidity here. You can get at minus 117. Minus 117. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. Minus 111. Mostly play it off. Looks good to me. What else do we have? I think that's really about it for me today. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to hop off. I know the streams have been relatively quick. I haven't really been streaming too much until NHL, right? NHL season's when I'll do my long, 30, 45-minute morning streams. We're also going to have a second stream going on every day, which will be really exciting and really fun. Hopefully it's as big of a hit as I think it's going to be, but we'll take a look. We'll check it out. And yeah, I appreciate everyone hanging out with us today. If you guys are not already on ProfitX, use code Cheddar, sign up, get over 200 back across your first month. Available in 42 states. And yeah, it's the best way to play if you don't want to worry about pairs. So go check it out. Code Cheddar. If you do, it helps me and kind of helps support the channel. And you'll get over 200 back across your first month. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'll catch you guys soon. Peace, guys.